Coach, this is Juliet. Hi, Juliet. Sweetie Belle. Sweetie Belle. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Hi, kitty. If you know me, you know I love my cameras. In my house right now, I've got every kind of camera you can think about. I've got the consumer camera, you know, the kind of camera that you would take on family trips. I've got the consumer pro, like the one I'm recording with here. It's the kind that like YouTubers would use and somebody who's trying to be an aspiring movie director. Then I've got my cinematic cameras, like the one I'm recording here, this the Canon, which I love and I use all the time, this and my Sony. Then I've got my DSLRs because, you know, hey, you know, it's got the lenses and all the, you know, tricks. You carry that thing around, pop, pop, pop. It's wonderful. And of course, cell phones. You can't forget cell phones when you're talking about photography. But there's a camera that fell to the wayside. A camera I thought it was too good for. And that camera was, well, point and shoots. Like this one right here, this Casio. That's a Casio Elysium. I just started falling in love with these, and I'll explain why in a second. But when I started doing photography, I was using film. And anybody out there that's used film knows how much of a pain in the butt that was. But there's a love for the nostalgic beauty of what film can give you. See, when it came to film, you wouldn't just take your shot and then develop it. If you were trying to be an inspired artist or a journalist or something like that, you would have to practice. So one photograph that you would develop could end up costing $20 to $100 depending on what kind of work went into it. Because see, with film, you didn't just take your picture, developed it on their camera and then put it out to the world. You actually had to take your picture, you couldn't view it on the camera, and you would have to take notes, then take another shot of the exactly same thing, and so on and so forth until you got the shot you wanted. Then you would have to take that roll of film that was back of the camera and ship it off to someone to develop it, unless you had a dark room. And that could end up costing you $20 just to get that one shot. And that's if you got the shot. If you didn't get the shot and you're not pro enough to figure it out really quick, you had to go back to the same point in time, same scene, and do it all over again. You know, and that's a lot of waste of time. So point and shoot cameras kind of fell to the wayside for me because I don't want to spend that much time on, you know, just taking one shot just to get the right shot, because I started become a little bit of a snob. But when digital cameras came around, oh my God, the game changer that it was. Because now you could take the same shot you were looking for as you did on film, but this time just look at it on the camera, or put it into a computer that was right there with you and develop everything. And if it didn't work, boom, you shoot it again. You're not out $20. You're only out maybe 20 minutes of time, which was wonderful. And well, point and shoots at that time when digital started coming around were kind of lackluster. They sucked. They were like at 3 and 5 megapixels, which to me just felt kind of peasantry. You know, like, why do I want to waste my time on this? And so that was the mindset I stayed in when I started thinking about point and shoots. I mean, I've got my SLRs, I've got all my, you know, SLR digitals. I could do everything right there. I don't need point and shoots, which was bad on my part. But then my kid, a few months back, I noticed was taking photos of an airport across the street from us. And he was taking some great shots, but he was doing it off his cell phone. And don't get me wrong, cell phone cameras are great, but there's something special about point and shoots, and we'll get there in a bit. But he was taking them on his phone, and he was doing a great job. So I was thinking that maybe he might want to go get into doing nice, like really professional photographs. But we all know how kids are. If you have a kid or if you know any kids, you know they switch up. So I didn't want to blow $500 on a camera set that he's just going to throw out in 6 months. So a friend of mine I knew had a couple point and shoot little Casios that I thought I would give a try, because I started understanding, in my head that technology's changed, so maybe this has changed too. So I got him a couple of point and shoots for my friend for like 20 bucks for 2. And well, I fell in love with it. And in fact, I got obsessive with it, and I went crazy looking at cameras, buying cameras, just trading, doing what I could to get more and more digital point and shoot cameras, because there's something beautiful in that little form factor. And in fact, that's what I'm here today to show you guys. Some of the photos that we took with some point and shoot cameras in Jefferson, Georgia. So that's what we're gonna go into now. We're gonna go into these pictures that I took in Jefferson, Georgia with these point and shoots. And then I'll come back to you. So I'll see you in a few minutes.
We stand by the fire, your tiny hand in mine. You're 5 feet off the ground. You rest on my shoulder. The stars convey the light, so fragile in the night. In this moment, forever be, forever be. In this moment, forever be, forever be. The night fades like a whispered song as time rushes on. Oh, it won't be long, fading now into a memory, a picture on the wall, a moment frozen not to fall. In this moment, forever be, forever be. In this moment, forever be, forever be.
There's dinner in the yard, out behind the cars. Tonight we're gonna do something different. I will make the things that I know how to make. You will make something more delicious. A sweet potato pie on a flimsy paper plate. Baby, I don't think it gets much better. There isn't much to keep. We lay down and fall asleep till the morning comes around to find love. I still keep with me these little memories. The ones that stick around are the most bittersweet. I know it's getting late, the night is full of such mistakes. I was hoping that you might want to talk to me. Card table outside, still sitting there.
So what'd you guys think? Me personally, I was blown away. I mean, some of those were 5 megapixels, nothing over 20 megapixels. And there were cameras from 15, 20 years ago, which blew my mind when I got them. And the prices varied anywhere from, you know, 10, 40, whatever bucks to 150 if I paid that much, because I did a lot of wheeling and dealing to trades, which I'll talk about that in other videos. I mean, to me, it's worth the cost. Now, you could say to yourself, I've got a cell phone. Why do I need this? And you're right, you've got your cell phone, and there's nothing wrong with that, because cell phones are wonderful pieces of technology. Hell, I think iPhone years back made a whole entire movie off just their phones, which that's something to be proud of for anybody that actually did that. But they try to sell you too much, because most cell phones now are pretty much flatlined. There's nothing special or new about them. The thing that most people push on those, like the like Samsung and iPhone and Huawei, they push the megapixels. How great the quality of their megapixels are. And that's great if you are a photojournalist, if you are, you know, doing sports or entertainment, something you've got to get that shot. Because when you get those megapixels, you're trying to zoom in on stuff. So like a wildlife photographer might have 100 megapixels on their camera, but that means they can zoom in on those little shots, the little animal that might be 100 yards away. And with your little point and shoot that you're taking a picture of somebody at the bar or at a party, are you really going to need to zoom in on the red Solo cup behind them or the bookshelf behind them? No, you're just trying to catch that memory, which I like. And again, of course, you're going to keep saying that I've got my cell phone, and you do, but there's just something nostalgic and wonderful about being able to pull this up real quick and take that quick picture. Oh, just really quick, put it away, and it's done. And with your cell phone as well, you're not totally private. I mean, if you remember a few years back when all the celebrities were getting hit and hacked, people were just taking all their information off their cell phones. Yeah, we're not celebrities, most likely not going to happen to us, but the chance it is that your crap's going to be taken, my crap's going to be taken. With this form factor, this is private. Nobody's touching this. That is just you, and that's just you. The only way to get to this is if you take this SD card out and download it into a computer. They can't get into that. That's all you. And speaking of the data, what if you're out like on a boat or taking photos of a cliff with your cell phone, and guess what happens? You drop it in the water, you drop it into the canyon. That's gone. That's gone. I mean, first we got the cost. Most good cell phones cost anywhere between $500 and $2,400. Now, yeah, you can get them used for a lot cheaper than that, but if you were like me and you get the newest and greatest, that's gone. With losing the point and shoot camera, you're out $5, maybe $150 if you're paying that much. You run out all that. And then on top of that, you drop that cell phone, you're all that information, all your contacts, all those photos, all those memories. And if somebody finds it, your bank records, your access to your accounts, your YouTubes and all that stuff, all that is got that information in there. You drop a point and shoot camera, somebody picks it up, the worst they're getting is an embarrassing photo. That's it. They can't really tap into any personal information. Now, is this going to be for everybody? Oh, hell no. I mean, look at me. I'm videoing this. I'm doing this video on my good cameras. And of course, I'm still going to use my cell phone. I'm still going to use my SLRs. I'm still going to use my good cameras for certain things. But if I'm out on the town with some friends, I'm going to take pictures with my snap point and shoot, or my digital point and shoot, because there's just something beautiful about that photo and that nostalgic look of it. So even if this isn't a route you're going, just go out there and show the world what you see, because your eyes are different than mine. Check you later. Thank you for stopping in.